So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to my early look at the upcoming Team of the Week, which is of course Team of the Week number 20. If you need to get your hands on some coins to improve your ultimate team, then check out the link in the description, igvault.com, and if you use the code Kieron at checkout, you'll get yourself a pretty nice discount. We are still in that part of the season where midweek games are counting towards Team of the Week, so we do have a lot of games to discuss today, so we are just going to get straight into things. But just before we do that, if you could leave a like rating on the video, that'd be awesome, and don't forget to be active in the comments too. Let me know who you think will pick up an inform this week, and do remember, in this video, we do only focus on the top 5 leagues, but tomorrow, when I do my full Team of the Week prediction, in that video we will obviously cover every single league that is in FIFA. So yeah, let's get into things. We will begin with Tuesday's fixtures and in the Premier League, and we have a ridiculous game to talk about because Man United won 9-0, which is it's just mad. It really is. Like, do not be surprised if we see more than one Man United player get into the upcoming Team of the Week. I suspect there'll be 2, but yeah, at minimum there'll definitely be 1. It's just a case of pinpointing who they want from this game. You've got players like Dan James, Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, Cavani, Rashford all getting on the score sheet once. Luke Shaw got 2 assists, Fernandes got a goal and 2 assists, and also Martial scored twice. What I think they'll do is I think they'll go with Shaw, 2 assists, a clean sheet, and Sky Sports Man of the Match, so I think he'll be in. And I also think Martial has a chance with him scoring 2 goals as well. I don't think they'll go with Bruno, just based on the fact he very recently had that Team of the Year card, but I could be wrong with that. But as I say, I think Shaw will get in. It's just a case of which other player joins him. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Then we move on to a game which, to be honest, I just don't want to talk about. It was horrible. It really was just a horrible watch. It was a horrible game, and yeah, the red card sum it up, and there'll be no informed card coming from this game, I doubt. The same, to be fair, can be said for the Sheffield win against West Brom. There just isn't a particular standout performer, and once again, you can say the same for the Crystal Palace 2-1 win against Newcastle. Good wins for Sheffield and Palace, but ultimately not a game where one player stood out amongst the rest. Therefore, I doubt an inform will come from those games in particular. Before we get into the Wednesday's games, let's quickly talk about the sponsor of this Series 1 football. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you should do so. There's a link to do so in the description as well, just to make it easy for you. It is free to download, free to use, so you may as well give it a go. You ultimately have nothing to lose, and I think you'll find yourself having a nice handy app on your phone. In the background right now, for instance, we have the Man United Everton game just open, just so I can keep an eye on what's happening in that game while I'm recording this video. And if I wanted to, I could set up push notifications for this game as well to alert me when goals and other things happen in this match. So just a really handy app to have, especially if you want to keep up with your team and also other clubs, or you can have it tailored to give you alerts for not just teams but leagues that you follow. Like I've already said, if you want to give it a go, there's a link to download it in the description. So let's move on to Wednesday's games, and we start in the Premier League once more. Leicester getting the better of Fulham, winning this match 2-0. Now in this game there are 2 inform options for me. One of them is James Justin, the fullback, who got a goal and kept a clean sheet. In my opinion, should have been a future star. And there's also James Maddison. Now in previous weeks I'd have said James Maddison has no chance because he very recently got an inform in, I think it was Team Week 17 or 18. But last week we saw the Greek forward get an inform when he was also in Team Week 17. So Team Week 17 and 19 informs for him. So it looks like EA have changed the rules on how close informs can be, so something to consider there. I don't think Maddison will get in, but it's definitely worth mentioning. Man City got the better of Burnley, winning 2-0. There isn't one particular standout from this game, but it's worth mentioning Ilkay Gundogan is in some brilliant form right now. He's definitely been one of Man City's best players for the past few weeks, and I think he should have gotten an inform last week. Didn't get it, unfortunately. Maybe this week will be the week for him. Everton beat Leeds 2-1 away from home, and it's just one of them games where there isn't a standout, so I don't think an inform will come from this game at the moment. But one game which certainly could produce a special item is West Ham's away win to Aston Villa, in which Jesse Lingard, the future star, got himself 2 goals on his West Ham debut. So I think we'll be seeing him pick up an inform this week. So look out for the future stars Lingard, aka the inform Lingard. Brighton pulled off a shock result away at Liverpool, and there are certainly inform options from this game. Webster, Dunk and Ben were all brilliant in this match, so they're all options in my opinion. I watched the game and I thought the whole backline for Brighton was really solid. Trossard and Alzate were both heavily involved in the goal. It was literally debatable which player actually got the goal. If you've seen it, you obviously know what I mean. So I think there's a chance an inform comes from this game, but it's hard to pinpoint one particular standout player. Now we move on to the League 1, in which there was a lot of draws without standout players, so we can skip through a couple of these games. This one, for instance, 0-0, that one 2-2, that one 1-1, another 1-1 draw, and eventually we get onto a team that actually won a game with some goals. So Lille, can they get an inform this week? They can, and there is a couple of different options, but there isn't one particular standout. It's worth mentioning the goalkeeper who kept a clean sheet and made 4 saves. If he gets a good rating from the keep, maybe could be in. Monaco got the better of Nice, and it is that man Ben Yedder who got on the score sheet once more. 2 goals for him in this one of them being a penalty, which I think ultimately is what's going to cost him. He's another one of them players who has very recently had an inform, so in previous weeks I'd have said no chance, but due to that Greek forward in the current team of the week, I'd say there is a chance, albeit a very, very slim one. I do not think Ben Yedder will get into the upcoming team of the week, but it is of course worth noting. So, we move on to Lyon's win against Dijon, and in this game, we have an option in Luis Paqueta, who I hope gets the inform, because 1, it'll be a nice card, and 2, it offers a very good, perfect link to that brand new Gamirish SBC, the Future Stars card, so that could be one to look out for. PSG beat Nîmes 3-0, and in this game, there's a couple of standouts. You've got Paredes, you've got Di Maria, who got a goal and an assist, and you've also got Sergi Rico, who made 6 saves in this game. And if you look at the stats in this game, it's kind of mad. Nîmes the away side had 19 shots, which is, yeah, pretty insane. So he was certainly a busy boy and did well to keep the clean sheet, so he could get in. Lens and Marseille finished in a 2-2 draw, and Saint-Etienne and Nantes finished in a draw, and I just doubt informs will come from those games without a massive rating from the keep. Maybe this Gonzalez, but ultimately I don't think it's a strong chance right now. On Thursday, Tottenham and Chelsea met in a London derby, but won't lie, it wasn't a good game of football. It was typical Jose Mourinho football, packed the bus, and just was really boring. In this game, as you can see, Alonso got an okay match rating from this site in particular, but Mason Mount got the Sky Sports man of the match. Ultimately, it's hard to pick out one big standout, so I don't have an informed prediction from this game right now. So, yeah, let's move on. Deportivo Alavés beat Real Valladolid thanks to a goal from Team the nominee, Osalu, so maybe he could get in. The same could be said for Nico Barella, who got a goal in Inter's 2-0 win against Fiorentina. Barella also got a 7.5 match rating from Gazzetta, which could certainly help his cause, but he was in Team Week 17, therefore I think it's unlikely. And then another Friday game we have here, Hertha Berlin and Bayern Munich. Neuer was actually the standout player, 7 saves and a clean sheet for him, so busy boy away from home in a 1-0 win to Hertha Berlin. Eventually we get to Saturday's games, and we have some Bundesliga action to discuss. Wolfsburg beating Augsburg is the first game on the list, and Weghorst got himself a goal and an assist, and he's one of the players who's having a pretty steady season, so maybe another inform for him. Bayer Leverkusen recorded a big victory at home against Stuttgart. Couple of inform contenders here. We've got Leon Bailey goal and an assist. Diaby got 2 assists, but the Maybe with 2 goals seems to be the standout, so I would predict him. And I think this Verts guy should be getting a Future Stars card, hopefully in Team 2 anyway, so yeah, look out for that. Could be a good week for Bayer Leverkusen fans. And we could also finally be seeing a special Angelina, who, in my opinion, should have had multiple special cards already. Still don't know how he hasn't had informs. Still don't know how he didn't get in team in the group stage. And yeah, hopefully this will be the week. Also should have been in headliners in my opinion. Whatever. Hopefully this week he finally gets a long overdue inform item. Although knowing EA, they'll go for Orban or Mukiele instead, because obviously Mukiele especially would be more wanted in packs. Anyway, we move on to Mainz, who got the win over Union Berlin. Centre-back did get a goal, but it was a penalty, so we can't really look too much into that. This guy, Stefan Bell, seems to have got a good rating, but he'll need a good match rating from kicker to actually get into the team of the week. Freiburg pulled off a 2-1 win against Borussia Dortmund. Doesn't seem to be a standout player in this game, though, so we'll need a good match rating from kicker to see one of them get in. And then we have Cologne beating Gladbach, and the goals were scored by a player whose name I'm not actually going to try and pronounce because I will absolutely butcher it, but he is a silver, so maybe could get in, but there has been a lot of silver hat-tricks in the past week, so wouldn't be too. Serie A now, and Sassuolo were on the losing side against Spezia, ended in a 2-1 scoreline, but without a big standout player, I don't think we'll see an inform come from that. and the same can be said for the Atalanta and Torino game, despite it ending 3-3. Juve got the better of Roma, 2-0 scoreline here, and although this game probably does have a good chance of producing an inform, one of these players is going to have to get a very strong rating from Gazzetta to do so. So we'll have to wait to see what that brings tomorrow. And Genoa actually pulled off a kind of shock result in a 2-1 win against Napoli, with Pandev getting on the score sheet. How old is this guy now? He has been around for ages, 37, so potential inform for him. Premier League action on Saturday now. Aston Villa beat Arsenal 1-0, and as you can imagine, don't have too much to say, just another poor performance. In fact, the only thing I do have to say is, how is Willian still getting game time at this club? It's ridiculous. Moving on quickly. Burnley and Brighton 1-1, no inform. Newcastle could pick up one though. You've got the choice of Almiron, who scored twice, or San Maximin, who got himself 2 assists. Ultimately though, I would side with the player who's got the goal, so I'm going to imagine Almiron will have a good chance at getting in. And then Fulham and West Ham finished in a goalless draw, so yeah, doubt an inform will come from that game as well. Everton and Manchester United finished in a 3-3 scoreline. The game has actually ended. I don't know why the website is saying it's still ongoing. Definitely finished 3-3 because, as we all know, Calvert-Lewin did equalise very, very late into this game. Doucouré did get himself a goal and a assist, but with the match ending as a draw, I wouldn't be confident saying he's going to get an inform, although it is worth mentioning Luke Shaw definitely did himself no harm in getting another assist for the past week of football that he has played. So don't worry, Man United fans, you're still going to have at least one, probably two players in the team of the week on Wednesday still. Over to League 1 now. Lorient got themselves another win, and Abigail got another goal, but he's got an inform currently for his goals and stuff against PSG last week, therefore won't get an inform this week. Lyon got the better of Strasbourg, a 3-0 victory. 2 goals for Memphis Depay could see him pick up yet another special item, and that card will be pretty insane if it does indeed happen. However, I'm unsure about this one because I think Luis Paqueta will get in for his previous performance, and Turco Akambi is due a headliner upgrade because of it. Obviously Lyon have now won 4 in a row, so I don't know if he'll go for the pie. I might be wrong with that, maybe they won't go with Paqueta instead, but yeah, I think one of these two will be in the upcoming team of the week, one of them will. It's just a case of which one gets the higher match rating from the keep, I guess. And then to end in Ligue 1, Lens and Stade Rennais finishing a 0-0 draw, and as you can imagine, not too much to discuss from that game. We end this week with the La Liga games. Levante and Granada finished in a 2-2 scoreline, with Morales getting 2 goals, so has a chance, but with the game ending in a draw, obviously that hurts him. And the same can be said for Gerard Moreno, who got 2 goals also in a 2-2 draw. Sevilla got the better of Getafe, and one of the midfielders did get 2 assists, so he has a chance. And then the final game to discuss is a pretty big one in terms of Ultimate Team, because Real Madrid beat Huesca 2-1. And despite not keeping a clean sheet, I think there's a very good chance of an inform Varane this week because he scored twice. So, yeah, that could be a potential red pick, which I'm sure a lot of people would be after on Thursday. So, yeah, there might be a reason to play champs, especially for those of you who like your sweaty Mendy and Varane combinations. So, I mean, I can't talk. I've got Rutter to final Varane in my team, but yeah, we could be seeing an inform Varane, and I'm sure that card will be very, very expensive. So that'll do us for this video. That is my early look at the upcoming Team of the Week. Obviously, don't forget to come back to the channel tomorrow for my full Team of the Week 20 prediction. In that video, we will, of course, cover every single league that is in FIFA. If you've enjoyed the video or found it useful, please do leave a like rating on it. In the comments, be sure to be active. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll catch you in the next one.